Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy almost Friday. Woo-hoo. Whoop whoop. I had a good day at my sister's yesterday. I gave her gift. Then my nephew came by, and then we went to see the house that he's moving into and got the grand tour. Then we went to see this other piece of property that's up there. We just kind of rode around. It's lovely up there though, you know. That's all you need to do sometimes when you're in the mountains, is just ride around and look at things. So that's what we did. We rode around and looked at things. And it was quite lovely. Oh, please stand by. Now then, let me tell you what I did yesterday morning. I mean, it's no big deal, but I was putting on my makeup, right? I'm looking for my eyebrow pencil because I have to would you please come on? I have to kind of help the girls out, you know, and make them go all the way to the end of my eye because they get sparse, you know, a little sparse at the ends. Come on. Hey, don't get your thing dirty. Come on. Goodness. Anyway, I look for that pencil. I'm taking every single thing out of my little makeup thing. I cannot find that eyebrow pencil anywhere. I'm looking on the floor. I'm looking behind stuff. I'm like, where in the world is my eyebrow pencil? Would you like to know where it was? In my hand. Really, Tracy? You've reached a new low. It was in my hand the whole time. Ugh. I forgot to tell it in yesterday's video. But as I was riding up to Blue Ridge yesterday, I remembered a story that I forgot to tell y'all. I told my dad. He thought it was funny. So I went to Petco the other day to get pet food, like you do at Petco. Shocking, isn't it? And when I go to check out, these two ladies are standing and talking. Now, one of the ladies, y'all may have heard me talk about her before. She has the pet rat that she brings to work with her. And she wears this little apron type thing, and she keeps the pet rat in her apron, or sometimes it's up laying on her shoulder. It's one of those white rats. And it's real long and real big. Please stand by. Okay, so I walk up to these ladies who are talking, and one of them is holding the pet rat up like this, and the other one is, you know, facing her and talking to her. But I hear her say, well, maybe he needs a vasectomy. And she goes, yeah, maybe. Curiosity, y'all. They killed the cat. It's gonna kill me one day. I said, are y'all talking about the rat? Because I'm nosy. I gotta know. And she goes, yeah, he's got really big balls. Sorry. Yeah. I looked at the rat and I looked at them and I said, that's not a vasectomy. Why do I always have to give lessons on this stuff when I'm out in public? Why? Why do I do this to myself? I can't mind my own business. Ugh. And she goes, what is it? I said, well, I mean, in the animal world, I mean, with, I guess, dogs and cats alike, it's called neutering. And in other, I mean, I've heard, like, Lester on I'm a Survivor call it altered or unaltered. So he is unaltered at this moment. And she goes, well, I'm just kind of worried because they're really big. Look at them. Yep, they're pretty big. Yep. She goes, but he's old, and you know, that seems to happen. Okay, you look to be about 12. I know you're not because you're working at Petco, but how do you know that seems to happen? Huh? That's a scary thought in itself. How do you know that seems to happen when people get old, when men get old specifically? But yeah, why did we have to talk about the rat's balls? I mean, they were talking about a vasectomy. So then the other one looks at me and says, so what's a vasectomy? I said, well, that's what they do to a man to keep him from reproducing. She goes, oh yeah, they go in and snip it. And I was like, yeah, they go in and snip it. But it has nothing to do with those things. So I'm telling my dad this story, and he goes, after I said the neutering or the altered or unaltered, he goes, well, it's just called deballing. It's just called deballing. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's just deballing. Y'all, sometimes, how do I get myself into these things? Why can't I just stand and be quiet and let them talk and not have to get involved? Why do I feel the need to get involved and then have to educate these girls on the difference between a vasectomy and deballing? Yeah, anyway, that's, yeah, the things that I go through in my life. Deballing. I'm on my way to work. I'm extremely early. At least the cat let me sleep until 5:45 this morning, because yesterday morning I thought it was gonna truly be her last morning on Earth. Yeah, and I don't mean that to sound ugly, but I was so flippin' irritated. Yes, me, the calm girl, was irritated. Because let me tell you something, when I get irritated, it's not pretty. I mean, I snap myself out of it. I don't let it ruin an entire day. But, goodness, 5 o'clock in the morning. It was actually a little before 5 o'clock. And she comes in there doing her meow, meow, meow. And she runs back down the hall yelling. And then she comes back in there and she jumps on the bed. And she's literally running circles around the bed, going across the top of my pillow, stepping on my hair, stepping on my head, all the things. I was like, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I was like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do for you, Miss Kitty? I am going to get up and go ahead and fix your breakfast so that I can go back to sleep, because it is my off day and I would like to sleep past 5 o'clock. Yeah. So I got up and I fixed her breakfast and I got me something to drink and I went back to bed, and I tried so hard to go back to sleep. Could I go back to sleep? No, because when Tracy gets up, that's it. Tracy's up. She's awake and she's ready to face the world. I got up at 6:30. Yeah, I just kept laying there. But I was awake before 5 o'clock yesterday morning. Was not a happy camper. We kissed and made up. Believe it or not, she will still I'll say, give me a kiss, and I'll, poke her like you do when you want to kiss, and put my lips towards her, and she'll touch my lips with her nose. She doesn't lick me, but she'll let me kiss her on the nose. I can pet her a couple of times, and then she's gonna bite me. Somebody said they're love bites. Well, maybe, but these are not my kind of love bites, because I draw the line at drawing blood on a love bite. You know what I'm saying? I'm back to loving her this morning, okay? We didn't have a good day yesterday. I'm glad I left the house. That's all I'm saying. Because I was like, you're on my list today. And poor Penny could sleep all day. She would lay in bed with me if I wanted to, as if I ever could. If I wanted to lay in bed and sleep till 9 o'clock in the morning, she'd be right there with me, sound asleep. She's a good little sleeper, and I love her for that. Yeah, but that cat, ooh, and she's always been that way. Nothing's wrong. It just seems that after the time change, I don't know, she hasn't adjusted or something. I don't know. But, yeah, has stuck with that 5 o'clock, and she won't let it get any later. So last night, I was like, okay, I'm going to feed her some more, another spoonful of her cat food before we go to bed, and maybe she'll sleep a little longer, which she did, because it was 6 o'clock. I mean, granted countertops, granted my clock is set for 6:20, so 6 o'clock's good. I'll take it. Don't wake me up before 5 o'clock though. Don't wake me up in the 5 o'clock hour on my off day. Ugh. I'm almost to work, so I'm gonna say toodles for now, and I'll be back later to discuss something else, I'm sure, okay? Should I name this video deballing? Okay, bye. Hi. Good before noon. It's not afternoon yet, but we're having our meeting at 1 o'clock today, so I had to hurry up and go get lunch and get back and eat it so I can be mentally and physically ready for the meeting. Prepared. That's the word I was going to use, but it left me just as I was about to say it. I went to my favorite, restaurant, I'm going to keep saying it, The guy that works there that had the mullet, well, he no longer has a mullet. Perhaps he should go back to the mullet because his new look. Okay, so the mullet is party in the front. No. Business in the front, party in the back. Well, he got his hair cut, so it's business in the back, party in the front. You remember Beavis and Butthead? Well, one of them, I can't remember which one it is, has their hair cut. Like all this is shaved right here. And then this is kind of high up right here. You know what I mean? I'll put in a picture of whichever one it is. I think it's Butthead, but it doesn't matter. That's what he looks like. I'm like, dude, perhaps you should go back to the mullet because the Beavis and Butthead cut is not so good. Okay? I'll be back. Now then, it's the end of the day. It's time to go home, and I don't have to go to the bank, so I just get to go straight home. You might find this hard to believe, but I laughed out loud during the meeting today. Very professional of me. It was like a Zoom. We're all on the screen. Except Ryan, for some reason. He was hiding today. I'm not sure if he forgot to shave or what, but he did not allow us to see his face. Maybe his RV was a mess, because he's living in a very nice motorhome RV right now. Very up to date. Yeah, anyway, I don't know, but that's not the funny part. Well, I mean, you might not find it funny anyway, but I'm sitting there and do y'all have Ring? I don't mean just like the Ring doorbells. I mean, you're signed up to get Ring messages, meaning anytime someone goes on there and makes a post on the Ring in your area, it comes up and gives you a delivery message for Ring. I had a Ring doorbell at one time. I did it once at one time, but I never could get it to connect to the internet, so I switched to the variety that doesn't have to connect to the doorbell Wi-Fi thing. I don't know, whatever. They work great. Well, I still get messages from Ring, and I keep them because they're so entertaining. Sometimes it's, hey, my power's out. Is anyone else's power out? I mean, if I lose power in my house, you know what I do? I walk over and I look out the window and I see if everybody else is in the dark. That's what I do. Now, I know people that live way out in the country don't have that option. Maybe you don't have a house around, like my friend Miss Lynn. However, in a county with over 800,000 people, we don't have a lot of areas that you can't just look outside and see whether your neighbor's lights are on. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm perspiring. It's a little dewy out here. 87, 85, I don't know, it's very hot. Anyway, and then you get the messages like, hey, there's a loud alarm going off. Does anyone know what that is? Hey, there are police at Barrett Parkway and whatever. Does anyone know what's going on? Nosy. I mean, I'm nosy, but I ain't that nosy. Well, today's message got me tickled. In the meeting, I laughed out loud. And everyone just kind of stopped talking. And I looked up at everyone looking at me. And I still had that stupid grin on my face, like, oopsie. Oh, look, we're in a meeting. It wasn't my turn for the meeting, okay? I need to learn to keep my mic off. But then they wouldn't have had the laugh that they laughed. What? Anyway, so yeah, someone posted, which has made me sing this song for the rest of the day. And it's not even the same words, but it just brought that song to mind. And yeah, that's how my brain works. But the title of this was Snake on the Loose. I don't think this is a native snake in Georgia, so it could be someone's pet, but please use caution. Do y'all know what the song was that went through my head? Snake on the Loose? Anyone? Band on the run. Band on the run. I'm probably singing the wrong words, but it doesn't matter because that's the way I know the words. Dun, 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 band on the run. Yeah, she took a picture of a snake and posted it and said snake on the loose, and I was like, it's almost summer in Georgia. Yeah, snakes on the loose. Yeah, everywhere. So then the owner says, show me a picture of the snake, because he's probably thinking it might be a python, you know, like a snake that people have as pets. No, just a long black snake with little gray somethings. Not really stripes, but little markings up both sides. I don't know, like little, I don't know. It wasn't just our normal everyday chicken snake, as they call them, or rat snake. Some people call them chicken snakes, some call them rat snakes, but they're just solid black snakes. I like those. Well, I don't like those snakes. I don't generally like snakes, but it is a good snake. Is your muffler loud enough, sir? Because I don't think it is. It is a snake that will eat bad snakes like copperheads and rattlesnakes. And I wish that some people would realize that if you just leave them alone and let them live, they'll take care of varmints, but they will also take care of venomous snakes. And don't ever call them a poisonous snake on a Facebook page. Don't ever make the mistake of saying poisonous, because you'll get 5,000 comments saying there's no such thing as a poisonous snake. Well, no, they're not poisonous, they're venomous. But you know what? They're lethal nonetheless. Okay? Does it really matter at that point if it's poisonous or venomous? They're deadly. Okay? But yeah, I try to live. I try to live and let live when it comes to snakes, I used to deceased my fair share back in the day when I had a swimming pool and movie stars. When I had a swimming pool when I lived at home and my parents had a swimming pool. I never had a swimming pool. My parents had a swimming pool. And, well, I mean, they put it in for me because that was my sport of choice. Anyway, I used to flip them out and chop their heads off, and I didn't care what they were. But now I'm more of a conservationist. I don't think that's the right word, but I don't kill snakes, okay? The only snake I would kill is if it was venomous and it was near me or my babies, okay? If it's venomous and it's way over yonder, I'm not going to make a special trip over there to kill it. No, because it might get angry and come back at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm home, so I'm going to end it here. Remember, oh, somebody's having a yard sale. Oh, remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I will, I got to go to Tommy's. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which, good Lord willing, will be tomorrow. Okay? Toodles, my noodles. And stay silly, my friends. Goodbye.